I imagine during COVID it got very busy.
Well, actually, here's the thing. After, see, people don't purchase headstones immediately after the person
Hmm.
dies. Usually, it's within 2 to 3 years.
Hmm.
Sometimes they do it within a year,
Hmm.
but usually it's within 2 years. And so, all those COVID deaths, and we're experiencing that now
Hmm.
from COVID deaths, because our volume has really went up
Hmm.
due to COVID. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. And so that's what we're trying. I'm a small minority business, but we're trying. We're doing the best we can,
Hmm.
and we are bringing in new help. Uh, but it's just trying to find consistent help.
Yeah.
That's what we're
So to your
experiencing.
customers that I've talked to who are
Yes, ma'am.
very upset,
Yes,
that some
ma'am.
of them have been waiting 2 years,
Yes,
they
ma'am.
feel like they keep calling, they say, we're not getting calls, it's not getting done, different, getting different excuses.
Yes, ma'am.
What would you like to say about
Hmm.
those concerned
Well,
customers?
Children, we are getting their product out. It's just taking us a little longer because we're short of labor. We're experiencing labor problems. And then we had a problem with getting the product from overseas during COVID. So, but we are catching up. It's just taking us a little longer, but we are doing, I say to all my customers out there, we are doing and we are proceeding forward in getting their orders fulfilled,
Hmm.
uh, giving them completion, because I know that is the final, it gives them closure,
Hmm.
and that's the final act they could do for their loved one. And we understand that because I've been in that position
Hmm.
before. I've lost loved ones and I've had to do headstones for, and I know the process.
Hmm.
I guess we could give them more information on the duration, how long it will take for the product to arrive. A lot of people think as soon as they take the order that the process has begun. It has begun, but there's a lot of steps in that process
Hmm.
that has to be taken. There's approvals that has to be made for as the design work that they want, and we have to make sure all that is correct, and that takes time. And we get that to them, and then we have to order the stone, and then the stone comes in. Sometimes it takes us. We order a container of granite. Sometimes it takes 6 months. Sometimes it may take 4 months. Sometimes, and then when it comes in, then we have to have it sandblasted, and then we do the sandblasting. So those orders, I can give you an example. It may be just say customer come in, they may have 200 orders ahead of them, but they're thinking that they're just one order, their order. And so we have to produce, remember we have 200 ahead of them before they even come in. And so, like I said, we're doing a volume over 300 a year in sales in this location. Then our Louisiana location does real well. So we do a lot of large volume, but we are delayed. We are running behind. And I just ask my customers, just please be patient with us and understanding. And we are going to get their level one stones to the grave sites.
And so to some of the consumers that have waited 2 full years, paid in full,
Mhm.
they would argue, well, 2 years, we understand delays, we
Mhm.
understand COVID,
Mhm.
but they would still say 2 years,
Mhm.
that's a long time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It may be a long time to them, but I have to see when they actually placed the order, because if they placed it during COVID, we was experiencing those shipping problems. And so now everything is much, much better, so we're just catching up. I just can't, I have to look at their folders individually and see, but we do have a lot of stones that are ready, and we're going to get to them for them to be installed. I just have to find out these customers' name, but I just want to assure them that we are going to get their products for them.
Okay,
Uh,
so what I'm gonna do, these are the people I've talked to,
Yes,
these are your
ma'am.
customers. Will you
I can
give?
make a copy and give it back to you.
That'd be great, and
Yes,
can
ma'am.
you reach out to them
Yes,
and,
ma'am.
and let them know when they'll receive it so that they feel better about what's
Mhm.
happening?
Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Sure.
Anything else you want to add?
Well, I just thank you for coming and sitting down talking to me, so I can express what really is affecting some of the situations, And that way, so we can have a clear understanding, because a lot of this is, they don't understand the process. We explain to them the process when they're sitting down, but like I say, sometimes it may not be retained well, or it may be expressed well enough to them for them to have a full understanding.
But moving forward, you're going to try and be more upfront about what's happening so that they know?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We're always upfront. We have a disclaimer where we explain to them, we give them, and they sign it, where we explain the delays may be due to COVID, due to shipping problems, demand problems, and we are having a demand problem on granite. It's all over the world. Every average monument dealer here in Texas will tell you it's a year out before you get your product, or maybe a little bit more than a year. And that's what we're starting to tell our customers. But before, we never had this. We can get a stone out in 6 months before COVID came. And now we're just trying to cover all those deaths. It's over 14 million deaths that happened during COVID worldwide. So that's what we're looking at, all those deaths. I mean, we're trying to, here in America, just our location, like I say, we do well over 300 sales a year in monuments. And so that has created a demand problem and demand on granite. But all manufacturers are working fast as they can to get us granite to us. And so everybody's doing what they can. I just ask the customers to be patient with us, but we are going to fulfill their orders.